especially celebrate them. To especially celebrate them, and as well help them challenges which they still face due to stigmatization and exclusion. Also, why it's disabled persons. Why do we use the term disabled persons? That is, instead of using the term disabled persons, the rights accepted, and the universally accepted term is rather persons with disabilities. So you don't call them, oh, this is a disabled person, this is a disabled person. No, it should rather be person with disability. Also, we share about and okay, so persons with disability is not just someone with a physical who have their intellectual disabilities and what have you, speech disability. Yes. So there's a series more of them, not just the physical aspect of it. Now, a couple of ways that we observe International Day of Persons with Disability. That includes becoming an advocate for persons living with disabilities, lending a helping hand, learn a new skill, and all that. So we celebrate them by extending a helping hand, also advocating for them, and then helping them learn new skills. So here are some 5 facts about disability. It includes disability and poverty go hand in hand. That is, societies with lower incomes tend to have a higher rate of people in such situation. And then also we have women and children and the elderly are vulnerable. The age group are depending on the age groups or various age groups are mostly affected. And then these are facts. So 25% of 20-year-olds are at risk of developing disabilities, and 9% of disabilities are due to accidents. So these are the physical aspects of the disabilities. Now, why do we celebrate International Day of Persons with Disability, or why it is important to celebrate persons with disability? One of them is to create awareness, and also it's also that we do indeed understand the difficulties persons with disabilities have or they encounter. Also, it's more of a law and not just a day activity. Not just a day activity. So basically, this is something briefly about persons with disability. We are looking forward to having a couple of people joining. I mean, today we are having 2 special guests, and we are having 2 persons. I'll briefly introduce my first guest being Mr. Emmanuel Biliji. And the name, it was quite difficult. It was quite difficult mentioning it earlier, but I happened to be able to mention it actually. It was quite difficult mentioning it. So I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Emmanuel Biliji once again. And he is in the past. Okay, so his passion for music began at an early age, inspired by the rhythms of dance halls and hip hop. Mr. Emmanuel Biliji, Kweku Biliji, with stage name K. aims to perform on international stages and collaborate with renowned artists such as Sean Paul, Binnie Man, and Prince Bright. His music blends with various genres, including amapiano, dancehall, highlife, hip hop, and rock. While K. attended school for the blind at Ikropong, he later moved to South Africa to study music at the DJ for Life Academy, focusing on DJ techniques, music production, and music business. He is the founder of K. Productions, a record label that operates in both Ghana and South Africa to promoting his music and other local talents. His recent project titled Letter to the President was released in September. So briefly, so this is just a brief information about Mr. Emmanuel Biliji, who is better known with the stage name K. Billy. Mr. K. Billy, thank you for joining us. Today is a special day, and we look forward to getting to know more about you. Mr. Billy, please, are you there? Mr. Billy. Okay, so while we are yet to hear from K. Billy, shall I then turn to other uh, the other guest, who is in the person of uh, K. Billy, please, are you ready for us? Okay, so I just introduced you to folks who are eager to get to know much more about you.
Yes.
Before that, let me as well introduce Mr. Charles Degah, who has also joined us to join the show to as well share with us how his journey has been. So to start off, let me start off with Mr. Biliji before coming to Mr. Charles Degah. So, am I audible enough, please? Okay, so while we await Mr. Biliji, okay, Biliji, shall I move? Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Billy. Please, am I audible enough? Can you hear me now? Okay, you can hear me, right? Yes.
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, great. So today is a special day, and we'd like to get to know you more. What have you been up to? How has life been in general?
All right. Thanks for having me. So it's K to the B to the I to the L to the I. K Billy. That's my stage name.
Okay.
I'm a musician trained in South Africa and Ghana as well. So recently, my music is out. That's my EP, Letter to the President, which has 5 songs. I started with music at early age. Yes, and my family has been supporting me since I started. Since I started to have interest in music, especially in singing. Yes.
That's good to hear. So okay, that's good to hear. So how did it all start in general? As in, when you started music, there are definitely some group of people you might have started the music with. You might have started singing with and rapping with and playing music for. Could you share briefly with us?
Please, you can ask again, please.
Who are some of the people you started with? You started your music journey with? Okay, so let me move to Mr. Charles Degah and let me revert back to you again. Okay, so the second guest here today is Mr. Charles Degah. I'll share briefly about him. So he's inspired by music at a very young age. Mr. Charles Degah is a gifted singer, songwriter, and minister of the gospel who has shared stages with renowned gospel musicians, including Empress Gifty, Eugene Zuta, Nam Messi, and many others. He is a member of the Mount Sinai Methodist Church, Ghana, Kwabena Atomic Congregation. Mr. Degah is blessed with a loving wife and two adorable sons. And indeed, by the grace of God, his music thus inspires worship and touches hearts. He is a young man who loves and fears God. So this is just a brief information about Mr. Charles Degah. But we have him here, so he's going to tell us more about himself.
Yeah, so thank you for having me. Greetings to my brother, Billy. Glory to bless you for making disability so beautiful, for the work he is doing. God bless you so much. All right, so for me, there's nothing much to be said. I think that is all. That is all you just said about me. Yeah.
Okay, so how did the music journey start for you? Okay, so how did your musical journey start? How did it all start for you?
It started with my, growing up in a strong believer in the Lord and a power master. So that's a master of the stress, right?
Yes, that's right.
Needing the power, going to church, seeing the, mother sick, like that. So it became something that I love. So that's where it started from. And we are here today.
Okay, that's very good to hear. So I'm moving back to Billy. Could you share some of the challenges you encounter way back at the South Africa or everywhere, anywhere at all you've been? Could you share some challenges you've ever encountered? I mean, please, could you turn on your microphone? We can't hear you. It looks like it's muted. Okay.
All right, so few things that I can share here.
Okay.
Is that, for example, when I'm performing on stage, I get a problem by standing at one side. So basically, when I'm performing on stage, I have to get a guardian. I mean, someone who can guide me to make sure that whenever I'm performing, I stand at one place and people will feel the vibes. That's what I can also tell you.
Okay, that's one of your major challenges, you mean to say? Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay. So, Mr. Jerry, you would have to give us a cappella.
I'll tell you.
Yes, please. We are ready for you when you are ready.
It's something I should do right now. I'll do it within the
you can do it now, but at the end of it, you do again.
Oh, okay. All right. So when you're ready, let me know.
Okay, I think I'm ready. Not just me. I think every one of us is ready to have a glimpse of what you have for us.
Unkuto now saye. Unkuto now sanasti. Mede waye rebravo. Unkuto now saye. Unkuto now saye. Unkuto sanasti. Mede waye rebravo. Unkuto now saye. Yeah.
It's wonderful. Just like I heard it the first time I met with you, I encountered you. It was at the Grace Presbyterian Church of Ghana, Westland, yes, congregation. It was really amazing. I just realized that, okay, so you don't let certain things limit you. The greatest challenge, you don't let it limit you, but you rather take advantage of the gifts that God has given you to impact lives. And I really was really happy meeting with you. And it was really a powerful experience. Really a powerful experience.
Give glory to God.
Amen. So moving to Mr. Charles Degah, you said you released your song an EP not too long ago. Could you give us one of your favorites? Hey Billy, please, did you hear me? Was I audible enough? Yes, so please,
Let's come again.
okay, so please, could you give us one a cappella of your EP?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, my single is called Letter to the President.
Okay.
All right, so it goes like, we all live in the political world. Ain't no love in this whole world. We all have to tell the government to try and save us from this falling. We have the right to speak our mind. This is what I have to say. This is to the president. Talk to the government. Yeah,
It's a timely song.
so beautiful.
Yes, right. It's you release it on a time, like it's timely. The time of its release, it's really timely. As we head to the ballots, I mean the ballot boxes to votes, we need peace. We need peace. So back to the day's activity. Please, this goes to any of you. Any of you can respond. What do you think would help? I mean, in the society of persons with disability, how best do you think society can help? The stigmatization, I mean, the exclusions in activities and all that. Can you please give us a fair idea? Sometimes it looks like when you are advocating, they just want to, you are not in such a position. So they want to really know, they would want, it would be better to hear from someone who is in such a position. So they probably would understand how it feels like. Mr. Jerry, please, you can, Mr. Charles Degah, please, you can go on with it. I would clarify that again. Hey, Billy, please,
I want my brother to go.
Billy, please, would you like me to?
Please come again.
Okay, so I was asking, what are some of the advice, or what are some of the things you wish or you look out for society to assist with persons with disability?
The sound is not clear, please.
Okay, so
All right.
am I audible now? Is it clearer now, please?
Okay, now I can hear. Yes, please.
Okay.
You can ask again, please.
So I'm asking that what message do you have for the society in the quest to have persons with disability included in all activities and not excluded, and also the need for them to advocate, please?
All right. All I can say is that disability is not inability, which means so far as you are not blind, so far as you are blind, you can do something. You can do something. No matter, doesn't matter the kind of challenge you are faced. Something. If you are blind, don't peer into any kind of who would do that. They know that's what I mean. So no need to give up. I'm also a DJ, popularly known as DJ K Billy.
Okay, DJ, then you play small music for us. You do some skills for us, so before we go.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Degah, please, you may respond.
Okay, so let me.
Okay, so it is very sad how the society treat people with disability. So when they see us, they feel we are useless or we are nothing. My brother rightly said it's not inability, because saying that ability people can do that, ability people cannot do this, right? And when we talk about disability, even you can be able, but you may be disabled. Maybe your brain may not, your mental health or how you see things may not be. You'll be blind. Somebody's blind, you can see. But what the blind man can see, you, the one who has your eyes, you cannot see. All right, so it's very kind of sad. But all I can say is that it shouldn't look around, but you should look at what is within the person. And I thank God for my church. Once I say this, they believe so much in what I can do, what I cannot offer. So I just want to let the society know that, listen, if you have given birth to someone who is disabled, or there's a disability person around, you don't just look down on that person. We in Africa, it is only in Africa that, or let me say in Ghana, that you see those kind of things. But if you do travel outside, we don't have, some of us haven't gotten the opportunity to travel yet. But when you watch documentaries and all that, you realize that outside countries has given, disability that kind of platform to belong to all departments or the government. And so I just would like them to know that so disability that they are not aware of. So they should look at that one. Yeah. So that's what I can really say. They should look at what is within the person more than what he appears to be. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Degah. Sandra Kosa says goosebumps. So just a quick break to talk to acknowledge my sponsors. We are Purple Wellbeing Show. It's being sponsored by Odopa Rice, Odopa Local Rice, and also House of EBQ, which is into production of detergents, and also Alpha Wave Console, who is family supporting Purple Wellbeing Show on TikTok here, which streams on Zoom. Back to the conversation. Thank you for sharing your challenges. It's been well noted. I believe as mental health personnels, we as well are going to do our best to advocate, and not just mental health personnels, but also everyone. It's everyone. Everyone is the responsibility of every one of us to include people.
Oh, please, I have something to say.
Okay, please go on with it.
Now,
Okay, so please, we can barely hear you. Could you adjust and then?
yeah. So I have a perfect pitch. There are a lot of talented people or who doesn't have that kind of knowledge, who doesn't have the perfect pitch. For me, I've mastered it. So you can play any song that I can tell you the key. That's what we call perfect pitch. Beautiful.
Oh, that's nice to hear. That's nice to hear. I actually didn't hear from the beginning because the line was the network was a bit shaky here. So if you could go over what you said, if you could repeat what you said, actually, we'll be glad.
So should I go again, please?
Yes, please come again.
All right. So what I'm saying is that I have a perfect pitch.
Okay.
There are a lot of sighted musicians that perfect pitch. For me, a perfect pitch, and I've mastered it. So play on, and I will tell you the key. Any song that you play, I'll tell you the key. What I have. That's the kind of knowledge I have. It's called perfect pitch.
Okay. That's my first time hearing it though.
And then you can just say that, okay, this person is singing PG, and then it is PG. So a lot goes into music. A lot goes into
Oh, okay.
So that's exactly what my brother is saying.
Oh, okay. That's nice. That's great.
Yes.
I think I should come for lessons. I remember some years back, I told Ajingo I want to come and learn. I want to come and record. I went there once and I never went there again. So it means that I have to return.
If you are facing challenge with any key that you are singing in, I can give you the idea that you are singing. Let's say if you are singing in key G, and you are trying to sing in key G, but it doesn't really fit. We can just give you a proper guidance. Proper idea. That's what I can say.
Wow. I really need to return. Anyway, so thank you to everyone who has joined the live session. We encourage that you tap the screens, you like the live sessions, you share guests, what have you. And it's in your little way of supporting us. So back to Mr. Degah. How long have you been singing? I mean, professionally, how long have you been singing?
Professionally, actually, I've lost this is a hard question to answer because I really can't tell. I don't know when God lifted me. It was just like we're doing it in church. Then the next time you are being invited to a church. You are being invited to maybe an award scheme. You are being invited to, and then that's all. So it wasn't something that I actually would say that I started singing professionally this time. God just took us where we are now without any effort.
Wow. Just let me read a quick comment from Costa Sandra. She says, I can't wait to see you guys in some few years to come. May God strengthen you all. So this is a message from Sandra, Costa Sandra. Kebili, amen. Kebili, when did you start music professionally?
Okay. I started music at early age since I was a child. That's when I started music. I mean, being a musician is a great thing. That's what I can also say here. So if I can briefly talk about some few things.
Sure, you
so
can.
When I started doing music at early age, I was inspired by few musicians like dancehall musicians like Sean Paul, Shaggy, and Billy Amswell. And we talk about even also old school musician called Phil Collins, the legend Phil Collins. Yes, that's what I can also talk about. And in hip hop, we say one particular